Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Darius. And this video is for the girls. Okay, I'm literally starving. It is the first time I'm eating today, and I woke up like late, so I'm not even gonna say what time it is, but whatever. Anyways, way past time for me to have been eating. So I'm literally already grabbing the fork because I'm literally starving. This is Indian food. I got it from, I think it was called like Indian Cafe Restaurant. And it's all vegetarian stuff. It smells delicious, and that's why I'm wanting to eat right away. I got different spice levels for everything. So let me tell you what I got. I think this is just the vegetable biryani rice that is right here. I got an 8-ounce container of lentil soup. And there's 3 different color 8-ounce. This one's cold, so this is not the lentil soup, I'm assuming. That's like, I don't know what this stuff is though. I don't know if I got it or whatever. I'm assuming this is the lentil soup. And this is like, I got some sauce, some masala sauce, I think, on the side. But I think 8 ounces is too much. I didn't know there was going to be that much. But I guess I'm supposed to put it in the rice. This is spicy, and so is this, if I have this right. I feel like that's so much, but we're going to see. Because I put this when I had 10 different spice levels, mild to... They just called it Spice 10. So I don't know. Whatever. That's a lot of different levels, so you really don't know which one it is. I've never been here before. So this one I know the rice is definitely hotter than... I'm going to get literally everything on my outfit. Ugh. Yes, babe. Wait, should I do a thumbnail? Okay. Oh, and I also got vegetable samosas. And then these 3 container sauces that I've never, like, they're just, one is red and one is green and one is brown. So I don't know, like, what that is. And then I also don't know what this is either. And then I got garlic naan, too. I got a lot. This is a feast. For me, at least. Okay. Oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy, too. It is what it is. It always does. Okay. Maybe I should hold I haven't done a video in like a studio in so long. This is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna cut this part out. Okay. Now let me try this just to see what kind of spiciness it's giving, because I know this is the spiciest thing that I have. So, I feel like it's not super spicy. It is spicy though, I can tell. So that means we're good on spice, because there's another thing. There's another thing that got spicy too, but I got a less spice just in case. I was like, I don't want it to be like tasting crazy, but I wish it was a little more flavorful. Okay, now that we tried the rice, we should try the samosa. But first, I want to see if this is the sauce. Or sauce at all. This is actually so embarrassing that I don't know. I mean, they all just came in these containers. This is definitely the lentil soup over here. But it's green? Really? I don't know, I think I've only had lentil soup once and it wasn't green, so. Or maybe it was a different type. I don't know. Oh, I totally took off the bib. So how have you guys been? This is a weird concept for Darius to be doing wait, sorry, this looks interesting. Because the bottom is thicker. I think this is the lentil soup for sure. Let me taste it. Because it doesn't look like a sauce or anything. The other 2 do. And I was surprised all this was hot still when I got here, because this is 20 minutes away, this restaurant. This is the lentil soup, I think, and I don't like it at all. Oh my goodness, I didn't eat that. Yeah, it's really like, I don't know, very just like not flavorful to me. Okay, let's try this samosa. It's a vegetable samosa. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit of this sauce. Okay. I think that sauce is the best thing so far. It's definitely less spicy than this, like I said, but it has more flavor. The lentil soup has no spice and no flavor, which is very weird. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna put some of this sauce onto the rice. This is so weird. I feel like this is an actual mukbang. Like there's a portion of you that probably are thinking about the food. Usually with my videos, I feel like it's never giving food. Now, I'm not giving like, you know, the most like craving food ever, because it's vegetarian, but there's some people like vegetarian food a lot. Okay. I hope you guys don't mind that this is not gonna be normal, because I'm literally starving. I'm gonna be eating too. But I just think that when I'm doing a video by myself, silence is so weird. I wanted to feel like I was, you know, in my 20s, living in New York City, drinking my water out of my glass cup, you know. Now let's try these different sauces. I'm very curious as to what they taste like. So this is the green one. Smells pickly and vegetable-y. So do I just take a little bit of it and put it on there? Guess that's what we're gonna do. That's good, but I don't really taste anything in that either. I mean, no, that one's flavorful, but it's not salted flavorful. Does that make sense? Like, it has a flavor. Never mind. It does, and I think it's kind of spicy too, or maybe that's the rice. Yeah, I can't get over that. It's, well, whatever. And I'm scared to, what is this? What is this? Somebody tell me right now. And I know you guys are gonna get on me if I don't try it. But you guys know how I am. I'm like, okay, first of all, let me put this away. And I'll replace this with this, just to see what this is giving. I'm assuming it's a sauce. I also don't like smelling things either. I don't know if you guys know that about me. Oh, I forgot about the garlic naan. Once the garlic naan comes out, it's over. I love naan. Okay, this is some kind of sauce, I'm assuming. Let me smell it like I did the other ones. It's like, it smells like a little bit like tzatziki, like the cream part of the tzatziki, minus the cucumber. Dipping the samosa in this is very good. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, probably not. I was eating it. It doesn't necessarily taste bad, but I don't think I like what it does taste like. Okay. This is just sauce after sauce after sauce after sauce that I'm trying. This is a red sauce. Okay, this is like vegetable. This is like pickled something or something. I don't know, and it's very vibrantly red. Like I've never seen anything in real life this red. This is like, wait, that is so weird. It is literally so red. It's almost like it's diced onion in something. Like, what is this red thing? Stuff. It's pretty good. I'm scared to try the brown sauce because I don't know what that is at all. What is that? What is that? Okay. More of this, more of that. So, I don't know what I'm going to title this video. If I'm going to focus on the fact that of the food that I'm eating, or if I'm going to talk about how I am newly vegetarian. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about my journey. I think that you guys have always known. I mean, I eat chicken mostly. That's my preferred form of meat if I'm going to have it. But I think always naturally I've been, you know, anti-meat. Not anti-meat as in like everyone else, but like in my mind, like when I'm ordering food or whatever, it's usually chicken or it's nothing. I'm not really a beef steak kind of guy unless like it's occasionally, it's rarely. Like chicken's my go-to. And I don't know, chicken has just not been hitting like it has been usually for me. And my parents are vegan. There's a lot of just lifestyle. I mean, a lot of things that happened in my life. My parents went vegan last year, and they've been vegan ever since. I don't think I can do vegan. I think eventually I would love to get there. But hopefully, like, in the future, they, like, figure out a way that you can easily have things that taste like cheese or things that have, like, dairy in it. Because right now, I cannot do vegan cheese. I just know I won't be able to do vegan egg. Like, but I know that there's a way that you can still eat good food that is vegan. The issue is that's not widely accessible yet in certain locations. Like in Tucson, there's like a couple places you can go. I noticed that in a lot of different places, just because a lot of cultures have vegan already in their lifestyle, vegan or vegetarian. Or let's say this, meat is the center of all of our food in America. In other cultures, it's not necessarily always the case. So going to places like Indian places or any other places like Mediterranean or whatever, you're gonna get more of vegetarian options, I think. So I probably could have got a spice level of more. I think this is an 8. The rice was an 8. The sauce was a 6. I probably could have got a 10 on the never mind. I think this is a good thing, like a good level. Because a lot of times with spice, going higher in spice means less flavor. And I have a feeling that that would be the case if I got a 10. So I'm glad I got an 8. Ooh, I feel like for whatever reason drinking that water made it spicier. So, I've been in school since the beginning of time. That's crazy to think about. But I've also been in school all of this winter break that I've had. And that's because I'm trying to... Oh, sorry, I keep on forgetting about this naan, this garlic naan. I'm over here maxing this. Let me just rip off a piece. Can't forget about the garlic naan. Let me put a little bit of sauce on this. See, like I'm not missing any meat in this meal. Because I think that I would prefer it like this. I have 12 napkins. I'm here, I'm one there, on my chest. Anyway, so I've been doing school all breaks, and it is annoying. Like, for one thing you know about me is I don't like when I'm on break, I just want to be on break. I don't want to like have to deal with things. Obviously, everyone else is probably like that too, but I went to class so that I can graduate in 4 years, within the 4 years of college. So I'm taking a class, having my final exam due tomorrow night. It was 3 weeks long, so it was a really accelerated class. There was only 4 assignments, but they were like essentially like a little over 2,000 word essays, basically, if you think about it. And then one was a 5-page essay. So and it's on. I have a minor. I don't know if people know this. I don't even know if I updated everyone. So I'm my major is psychology. I have a minor in African American studies. So this class I was taking over the winter break is hip hop culture, like basically hip hop and hip hop culture, and the inception of it, how it started in America and in French speaking regions. So the first part of the class was really about hip hop in America in when it started, and then hip hop also like how it influenced other areas that are not in America, in specific places that speak French. So in France, in some places in Northern Africa, like in Quebec, like stuff like that. So then the first part of the class was America, then abroad, and you kind of like are tying it together and seeing how, you know, one influenced the other. And it's a very interesting class. And so I wrote so I want to talk to you about what I wrote. So with the 5-page essay, you could write anything that about, obviously about the class, like about hip hop in either America or France, but you could write really about anything as long as you could, you know, bring up topics to do that were in the curriculum, right? So throughout my reading, some of the reading that I did, it was talking about like how hip hop in the beginning was really hard to get on radio, because in the beginning, you know, I really want you guys to think about how I said like I'm the professor. I really just want you guys to think about how like hip hop, you know, what I've learned is like, you know, they had struggle in the beginning because people thought it was a joke. It was like, oh, or a fad, like, oh, this is just gonna be come and go. This is gonna be like whatever. And you have to think about like up until like Motown, music was dominated by white culture. And then sadly, once you know, record labels and producers and people like that in the music industry realized how profitable these young black artists were during this is like the Motown era, I guess. Because prior to then, this is just some of the stuff I learned. I don't know all the details, but this is just some of the stuff I learned. Prior to then, a lot of black artists of like, you know, 20s, 30s, like they were never appreciated in America. Obviously, you have to think about the culture and the time during that period in America, but like they were just really not like, you know, like, yes, there are some people who did make it and did succeed, but for the most part, there was a lot more acceptance of black artists in like other countries. Like, I just know because of this class that in France, I think it was Josephine Baker, she found a lot of success there versus America. But regardless, whatever. So then once the Motown, you know, thing kind of came and everyone was like, okay, we started seeing artists on the rise who were black and able to, and they saw that they could appeal to a white audience. It was called crossover. Once they found that out, then it was like a dogfight of like, you know, trying to find this new talent and you know, basically manipulate them. You saw this with so many different groups and whatever. And they were able to target young white teens just as well as they were able to target young black teens. So you saw this rise, and me giving you guys I just always do this. I always go off a thing and I just go on a tangent. I'm supposed to be eating this food. Anyway, so then this is my issue, is that when I'm trying to explain something or I want to say something, I will always try to start from the beginning. I have to go back into the 20s. I'm in the 10s talking about some, yeah, this is what happened in 1912. Like, I was talking about the 90s. I went back 100 years. Anyways, so yeah, often you didn't see. I'm trying to figure out how to tell you the point of what I wrote for my 5-page essay. Anyways, in the 90s, you saw that a lot of radio stations and big, you know, people who had the power in the industry didn't really want to. This is not in the 90s, sorry. In the 80s, back when like hip hop first started. They didn't want to put this on the radio because they were just like, this is just like not a thing that people are going to really enjoy. Like, it's just like going to come and go, whatever. Because it was really only in, you know, black neighborhoods with black people. And then, girl, all of a sudden, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that video. I think it's so funny. It's a meme now. It's a meme now of that dance instructor. And she's like, hip hop is, she's a white woman. She has short hair. She has a really baggy, like 90s, like jogging suit on. And she's like, you know, hip hop is like a lifestyle. And she's like, you know, it's not like, and she's like dancing and stuff. It's so funny. I encourage you to look it up. I don't even, just look up like a hip hop white woman dance class. It's so funny. It's just like crazy that she thought that that was okay to do. I get that it was a totally different time, but like, if you saw the video, you'd be like, what? This is not real. Like, you'd be thinking it was a parody. But anyway, so she's talking about hip hop. She's like, hip hop is a lifestyle. Like, you know, so, you know. Anyway, so fast forward to now. And this is where it's going to get controversial. And I hope my teacher didn't care that I wrote my topic about this. But I talked about how, the concept of, is it, you know, appropriation? Not in the sense of, I guess I do mean it in the sense of cultural appropriation, but I mean it as more of a lax term of like, is there an issue with the fact that in 2006 there was a study done, and the study's results were that over 70% of hip hop listeners were white. And the issue is that, you know, especially during that time, like probably pre-2000s, hip-hop meant, or songs specifically, the content of these songs was central to the black experience. And like people who participated in rap songs and hip-hop, like we're going to talk about hip-hop now and like rap now in a different light, but this is back then. Hip-hop was always, you know, a rags to riches story. Not always, but a lot of time it was an avenue, and a lot of art forms are created out of this, but it was an avenue for black people, and I always try to choose my words wisely. It was an avenue for black people to be able to express themselves in a new way that they had never done before. And it was a cultural movement, right? And so a lot of times the content of these songs was talking about where they had came from, what they were seeing in their everyday lives. And then once you get into the 90s and we're talking about like NWA, like F the Police, like that kind of rhetoric in these songs, it was really like, you know, for us, by us, this is the experience, this is our experience in America now, and this is like our avenue of how we're going to express that. And the fact that by 2006, over 70% of the listeners were white, and it's not even that, it's fine. I think music and every genre has transcended like race. People listen to all different types of music all the time. The issue is when you get down to hip hop and rap and really what's at the core of it, or what was at the core of it at the time. I didn't even know I was talking for 30 minutes. Anyways, when you get down to the core of hip hop and rap and what it was at that time, then you start to think, do those 70% of listeners of hip hop and rap really know why this is important? Do they know where it came from? Do they know what they're talking about? Can they relate to any of it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's become, again, oh my gosh, and I don't want to make it seem like this, it's just become culture vulturing. Like, it's like it has meaning and substance, and everything gets diluted down, like, so much. And now I do think that rap and hip hop, you know, depending on the artist, really depending on the artist, is either similar to what it was, where it has a lot of substance and context and content about being black, or black, you know, history, or just, you know, anything that is in tandem with the black experience. Or you have on the flip side where we, you know, see a shift where it's drugs, money, women, success, fame, kind of like that kind of style. And I don't know where the white audience lies in both of these, you know, different types of rap and hip hop that we see. And again, obviously, you know, obviously you don't have to be black to rap. You don't have to be black to make hip hop music. But at the end of the day, like, the majority of people who are rapping and are predominant rappers are black. And I think that it's so interesting that is like one of our main genres, and one of the main genres that's come out of America is rap and hip hop. Like, it's huge. And then I also found it interesting because, like, people don't know the difference between rap and hip hop, and I don't really necessarily know. I mean, like, rap is really like music. Rap is music, right? Hip hop, like the lady said in the 90s, the maybe she was onto something. It's a lifestyle. Like, it's like, it's graffiti, it's art, it's do people care about this? People are just probably like, what is going on? Like, I'm clicking off this video. It's graffiti, it's art, it's fashion, it's music, it's your lingo, it's your language, it's like in everything, it's engraved in everything. And so really, when I sat down and I thought about what do I want to write about, I wanted to write about, really, I was focusing on, do the white people that consume this music in groves, do they understand the origin? Do they understand? And I'm not saying that I knew everything about rap and hip hop before I took this class. Like, I'm not saying that. I knew a lot of it. I knew a lot about, just like, I don't know. But is it unfair for me to say that I just knew that, and I'm assuming, but I just don't think that the other people, and when I say other people, it's like lots, I'm mostly talking about straight white men, and the ones that I know, I don't think that they know anything about rappers other than right now. Like, they're only talking about Drake and 21 Savage and all this, and that's fine. Cause Drake and 21 Savage are not necessarily, I'm over here thinking out loud, cause they're not necessarily like rapping about, I wouldn't say those are rappers that are rapping about like black experience, really. They're more of like mass mainstream, whatever. I think the people who are rapping about like stuff like that are, you know, Kendrick Lamar's stuff is a lot deeper. I think that Jay-Z stuff is, you know, a lot of times a lot deeper. I think that also on the flip side, I really want to talk about this too. And I want to see your guys' opinion on this. When I was writing this essay, I also wanted to talk about just briefly the shift in content of what hip hop and rap is now. And kind of my theory on how we arrived here and how we got here. Like, why we got to the point where most rap is talking about money and women and drugs and the lifestyle and driving Rolls Royces and Bentleys and private jets and all this other stuff. Like, I think that where it came from was, I don't know, and I don't even know if I want to share this opinion, but I just think that this is the only logical thing that I can come to. I think that black people have always been, for years and years and years, not awarded or afforded the same things as other people, obviously in this country, right? And so when people were able to make it out, when you were able to get out of your situation and go, you know, pro sports or pro this, black people are extremely talented. When you were able to do that, and that's not to say that other people aren't talented. I don't want to. You guys know that I have to walk on eggshells. I'm not trying to say that other people aren't talented. I'm just saying that Black people are extremely talented in every single sector. Like the amount of history and rich history in almost every single music genre that's ever come out of America and done well has been from a Black person or rooted from Black people. But anyways, whatever. So they're just so talented. We're so talented and able to do so many different things. And I think that once you become successful, especially in rap, a lot of times it becomes this, I made it out, so let me talk about it. You know, it's like, I had the money to buy designer this, and then we can talk about like whether or not this is good or not. I just think this is a theory of how we got here. It's like, I made it out, like I used to be here, but now I'm doing this, and now I'm, you know, breaking the boundaries, and I'm able to you know, buy this car that wasn't even imaginable because I was living in a house with my mom, you know, working this many jobs and stuff like that, right? And so we see a shift in, I mean, I think there used to be a balance at some point of both. Like, I'm not saying that people in the 90s didn't rap about that, but I feel like there was just more of there was just differences in rap music now. I just feel like most of the time, like, if I'm listening to, like I said, 21 Savage and Drake, you know, they're releasing whole bodies of work every single year that, to me, let me not talk about them. Whatever. The point is that I think that most of it is centered around the new age rap and hip hop. So, but whatever. I just really think that if hip hop specifically, if you're gonna, like, I think other genres is different. Like, I don't really care. Like pop, okay. Like, there's no significant historical content that I really care about in pop music. Does that make sense? Like hip hop was created out of struggle and created out of, you know, a need to strive to like get out of a situation, and people talked about that, and it has significance, right? And so I think that if you're going to consume hip hop and make it your lifestyle and not be Black, at least know where the history of this came from. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what people are gonna think about what I just said, but that's what I wrote my essay about. I really just wrote it about, like, you know, I think that everyone should really know the significance. You don't have to take a class, but just know the significance of where hip hop came from, and like how we arrived to where we are today. And, you know, just to not take it for granted necessarily, right? And I think that a lot of people do. A lot of people do. A lot of people. Anyways, so that's all that I had to say about the rap thing. I'm taking that class. I have my final exam, which is literally more writing. It's just like a writing forward class. This is my fourth. It's basically still an essay. It's like they're little prompts basically that I have to write off of, or like write a certain amount of words, answering questions in a prompt. So I'm really just looking forward to getting finished with that. And then we're back to school. I go back to school on Tuesday. This is my final semester. I will never, ever, 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 ever have an in-person class ever in my life ever again. That's crazy to think. Like, all of my classes this semester are online. I figured out a way to get them all online. So it's going to be very flexible, very free this semester. Which means that I'm going to have to be able to be diligent and, you know, go to a cafe and sit down and do all my work that I have to do. There's no in-person classes, so I'm really gonna have to be my own teacher and be liable for myself and reliable for myself to like get up and be diligent and do what I need to do. So I'm excited. This summer is gonna be the craziest summer that's ever happened before because, well, I have a lot of things coming up, but this is just gonna be my first time. That's when I graduate. I graduate in the spring. So the way that I'm doing it is that, which I think this is iconic for the U of A. I don't know if I talked about this. I don't think I have either. But basically, at the U of A, if you are graduating in a summer session, so let's say you finish our classes in the summer, you get to choose which semester you graduate in, or walk the stage in, rather, right? So I'm finishing a couple classes in the summertime, but I'm eligible to apply for spring, or like I guess it's called early graduation. So I'm gonna graduate in 4 years with my class, walk the stage with my class, and then I have 2 or 3 more classes that I will finish up in the summertime, and then they're gonna mail me my diploma, which I think is iconic, because then otherwise I would have had to finish up the 3 classes, or not finish up the 3 classes necessarily, because I probably still would have done them in the summertime, but then I would have to go back all the way back to Arizona in the fall time and graduate, which I don't want to graduate in the fall. I'm gonna graduate like when it's a big graduation, because the fall is like weird, I'm sure. Whatever. So that's what my plan is for the future. I'm vegetarian. Let me get real quick on the vegetarian. So, I'm a vegetarian. I think that I'm gonna end up doing, to begin, 85-15. So like 85% vegetarian. I think that, no, it's probably more than that. I think the only thing I can't go without right now is bacon. Sorry, the bacon, oink oink. I think the bacon is giving. Like, I just think that at breakfast time, I don't know what it was, but like I've been having breakfast recently, like under the mindset that I'm vegetarian, and every single time I go, well, let me just get bacon this one time. And I think that just right now I need bacon. It's just really just an integral part of my breakfast routine. Like every time I go get breakfast, I get bacon. And I don't think that I can handle it just getting, eggs and vegetables and, why did I say vegetables? But like, I don't know, eggs and hash browns. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try, but I think that right now I'm gonna have to do 85-15. I realize that you don't have to, if you want to change your diet or change your lifestyle, change your habits, whatever, the best way, and I learned this from my personal trainer, actually. He always told me this. The best way to change a habit in your lifestyle is to cut it out slowly or change it slowly. Like, don't jump, because really what you are is you're motivated. You're like, okay, I have this goal in mind. I really want to, let's say I really want to go vegan. So to get there, I know I just had, 40 pieces of chicken from Popeyes just now. But tomorrow, I'm going all vegan. I'm not going to eat another piece of chicken or meat or whatever for the rest of my life. Okay. Because on day 5, you're going to be telling someone I really want that chicken. And then when you eat it, when you finally give in to your desires and you eat that chicken, you're going to be like, oh, I failed. I'm just terrible. I can never do anything. I don't ever make my goals, like whatever. And then all of a sudden you blink and you've been eating now chicken for the next 6 months when your goal was to be vegan, right? So, and you go back to square one, and then you have your New Year's resolution again. So the thing you need to do is really just say, okay, well, why don't I just maybe cut one meat meal out of every single day? So right now I'm going to eat meat, but then one of my meals, I'm going to make sure that it's all vegetarian and I won't have any meat in it. And then after, you've been doing it for a month or 2, let me change it. So now I'm probably going to eat 2 meals that are vegetarian and not, and not have meat in not have meat in the rest of the meals. So like, therefore, you're piece by piecing it basically till you get to your goal. So right now, I feel like I'm already equipped to do this 85%. I know that's a big jump to like be right away. I think I'm already equipped to do that because I'm confident in the fact that I don't really have the desire for it. It's not like I'm eating meat all the time already. Like, I think a lot of times, like, especially recently since I've been back on for break for this past 6 weeks, I really just like kind of been eating what my parents have been eating. I think I've only had meat, probably only had meat like a handful of times, like really like less than 5 times since I've been here in each meal that I've had. Which I think I've never done that before. I think it was just more of like, and I didn't miss it. Like, and that's what I think that my thing is I don't really know if I'm gonna miss it. I think what it is gonna be, that bacon's gonna get me. That bacon gonna get me, girl. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. I think eventually I do wanna go vegan once I, move out on my own and I'm in a place. Let me tell you something, I'm lazy, okay? That's what I meant by it's not accessible. I'm lazy. When it comes to food, like I think when it comes to food, convenience for me is key. I would rather just go out and get something and be full. Like I just don't want to go to the grocery store. Like I don't want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to figure out what I'm trying. Oh, well then I have to get 40 different ingredients to make this one sauce. And then I gotta do this, and that, and spend 5 hours in the kitchen prepping and cooking and cutting and then I'm finally, you work like a slave to get the food. You might as well, now you're starving. There's a reason why you're starving. Like, I feel like sometimes you don't even want to be eating after you make all that food. So, I don't know. I've done it before. I just really don't like it. But I digress. When I have more time on my hands, I think that I will be more inclined to do that and to do quick, easy meals. But the point is that when it comes to vegan things, yes, there are places you can get vegan food today. Obviously, way better now than it used to be. You can go to Chipotle. You can go to like different places like Chipotle. There's a whole bunch of like different places that are regional that do like, whatever. Or you can go to Indian places or Mediterranean places and find vegetarian places there or vegetarian stuff. Not a lot of vegan stuff. I feel like a lot of times there's, dairy and other stuff, especially in Indian food. But yeah, let's talk about it. I want somebody to make, not me. I want somebody to make a vegan restaurant that is through and through fast food. Like, not Chipotle style. I'm talking about like a Taco Bell drive-through fast food vegan place. That's quick. Now, I don't know if that's the market that vegans want to go to. Maybe that's the reason why no one's invented it, because people want like fresh things, especially vegan people are wanting to put healthy things in their body. And I think there's this connotation that anything fast is like unhealthy, or like if it's like mass produced and fast, it's going to be unhealthy. So maybe they don't think there's a market for it, and you probably want to go to somewhere where you can see the ingredients and whatever, but it's not as fast. Whatever. I would love to be able to. And I'm sure that all of this is not an issue. If you're in LA, the girls are vegan there. The girls are vegan. When you're giving where we live, when you're giving Tucson, there's like a handful of places you can go. Besides, like I said, a lot of ethnic places. But yeah, like going, I want a McDonald's for vegan people. That's what I want. And I want it to be good too. So I guess you can't, I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do vegan food that's like, maybe they're on their off day, like where it's just not good. Because, sometimes you go to McDonald's, Taco Bell, you like, this is just, my fries are cold. I don't know if I could do a vegan meal that's going to be nasty. But I guess I can't do a meated meal that's nasty. Whatever. Oh my gosh, I've just been talking to the camera for an hour now. I'm so sorry. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like I ate a lot. It doesn't seem like it though. I made a little crater dent in that. I am going to end this video here. I want you guys to just comment about any and everything that you heard about in this video, any thoughts you have, except for my appearance. Don't talk about my hair, because I'll get you one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. So don't talk about my hair. What else can you talk about? Don't talk about me. I didn't do anything but upload a video. So if you're here and you made it to the end of this video, do you guys think I'm dramatic? Everyone's saying, yes, of course. But there was something in my throat for real. And now I got the hiccups from it. Now, you know what's embarrassing? Well, not embarrassing, but I was trying to be, like I said, I was trying to be cute with this water. Like, Yay, some just cheeky my little glass. Girl, this is a Kirkland. This is a Kirkland bottle. This is a Kirkland bottle of purified water I just put in here. Now, let's talk about it. Really quickly. I got that water from the Indian place, and it wasn't cold, which I think is interesting. Like, I don't really care. I had to make it cold myself. And by making it cold myself, I did a lot, actually. I got a red Solo cup. I got a little strainer. I filled the strainer with ice, and then I poured the water over the ice into the cup like I was a bartender. And then I took that cold water, put it into this cup, and then I had to do a couple rinses and recycles and repeats because it wasn't cold enough for me. So I did all that with the purified Kirkland purified Kirkland water bottle. It's just so I can look like I'm giving the girls. Now, what was I gonna say? So yes, that's the end of this video. Talk about any and everything except for me. But you guys are actually iconic. I really don't get any bad comments on my YouTube channel, which really is sad, and I want to know what the difference is. I don't know. I think that the people that support me are giving the girls everything they ask for. And if not, leave me alone. Like, literally leave me alone. Literally. I think what it is that I'm not even getting into it. Whatever. I will see you guys next time. What's something that you can say? If you got to the end of this video, say foil. F-O-I-L. In all caps. They're gonna be like, what? If you got to the end of this video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you guys next time with another video. I'm really curious to see what you guys have your opinions on all of the things that I talked about in this video. But until next time, peace out.